Nearly 50,000 people died from suicide last year, an all-time high according to the CDC. This is National Suicide Prevention Week, and September is National Suicide Awareness Month. I spoke with pastor, speaker, and author Jesse Bradley about his first-hand experience with suicide and his message of hope. Jesse, good morning.
Good morning, Asiel. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. First, tell me how suicide has impacted you.
Thank you for covering this important topic, and it's very close to my heart. My uncle on one side and also my cousin on the other side died by suicide, and I know how devastating that is. Personally, I went through some very low points, and my career ended professionally with soccer. I was fighting for my life for a year. Didn't know I could feel that hopeless, but what got me through that is the love of God, a relationship with Jesus, friends and family who love me, and then also cultivating some new habits. And I want to share that hope is available, hope is habitual, hope is relational, and life is a gift.
So talk about some of those habits that you think might be helpful to someone going through a struggle similar to what you had.
It's your inner life, and starting with gratitude, letting people in and letting them love you, listen to you, even letting down your guard, crying with those people. For me, prayer and giving God some of those burdens. And then there are so many resources and help that's available, professionals who can walk you through those deep trials and valleys.
Yeah, and there's even a new hotline that's been helpful, right?
That's right. And when it comes to suicide, I really encourage people in terms of awareness, the ABCs. First of all, that awareness, that's the A, and pay attention if someone begins down a road of isolation and depression. And if someone shares with you that they're thinking about suicide, have a plan and considering it or have attempted it, it's time to bring in a professional. And the B is boldness, and that's an action step you can take to really find out how someone's doing. It's been said you need to ask 3 times. How are you doing? How are you thinking about that? How are you feeling about that? To really get to the core. And you might need to take bold action where you create distance from medications where there could be an overdose or any firearms. And the last is connectedness. That's the C. We all need each other. And to be connected in community or with a therapist, counselor, could be with possibly a pastor, to find a support group. You can do your research, so when you talk to someone who's hurting, share that here's some options and let's explore it together.
Very nice. Now, it can be touchy to talk about this issue with people. How can we talk to a person that's struggling without saying something hurtful?
There's a lot of unintentional statements that really send the person backwards. Don't tell someone that it's no big deal, just stay positive, just be tough, it's not that bad. Also, don't tell everyone that you understand fully, because as you tell people that, people aren't going to really believe you because you don't understand fully. And lastly, I would also say that don't tell someone you're going to keep it a secret, because if they share they're planning to take their life, it's time to reach out. That national hotline, 988, is a great resource. What you can tell people is, I love you, I appreciate you, I'm here with you, and as you do that, I'm so sorry you're going through what you are. Be very empathetic, listen, and then guide them to the resources that are really going to make a difference.
Was there someone there for you, Jesse, when you were going through that could talk to you and help you through it?
Yes, there was someone named Jeff. He was a pastor, and I was someone, my habits before were just be tough, a little denial, and he was the person that week in and week out I could check in with and have someone that's walking with you and just go there. And he is someone that encouraged me. I say grieve with those who are grieving, but also there's a hope greater than our grieving. And that's really when I grew in my faith as well. We are loved. Perfect love drives out fear. And the God of hope is with us at all times.
And is that the message you would give to someone that's listening that might be on the edge of suicide, that there is
That's
hope?
right. Yes, and don't take your life. There are people who travel the country. Someone jumped off the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge and they survived. Survivors of suicide attempts say they had instant regret. They knew right away it was the worst decision of their life. And the ripple effect is that it can impact up to 115 people with that decision. So don't take your life. There is help. There's a way out, and you are loved. And there's so many great resources. There's brighter days to come. You will walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You won't stay there. Please don't take your life.
All right. Jesse Bradley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks again, Hasiel, for covering this topic.